Hey, it's Aaron Kushler and welcome to another video from EBSC. Today we're going to discuss the question, do I need to leave my gym to gain strength? Picture this scenario because it's a common one. You've been training for a number of years and have seen some steady progress up to this point. However, now the programming's changed and it just focuses on the daily worm. However, the programming's changed and it now focuses on just the daily workout with very little dedicated strength work. And this works great for the everyday person who wants to go in, break a sweat, get in a good workout, stay in shape, and who isn't concerned with doing competitions or getting much stronger. But for you, it's a different story. You want to see your lifts go up, you want to see yourself improving. Why? Because you're a competitive human being, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're not happy being in the same position in 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months later. So what do? Should you leave your gym? Should you start training by yourself? So let's take a look at some of your options to help you determine what to actually do. Firstly, as long as your gym has basic equipment, you have all the tools you need to become really strong. So it really hasn't got anything to do with not having equipment available. If your gym has a set time for open gym, you can quite easily come in on those days and get in some extra lifting. If your gym doesn't have open gym, or they don't like you doing your own programs, and some gyms don't like that, this may mean joining another gym on the side, or even doing some training in your garage with some basic equipment. Either way, if you start adding in some extra lifting into your routine, I suggest using a program that encompasses everything, rather than a specific program either to bring up your squat or your Olympic lifts. If you're looking for strength improvements as a whole and in general, you need to be getting strong across the board, not just with a few specific movements. So stick to basic movements like deadlifts and variations of that, either from blocks or pins or a deficit deadlift, squats in different variations, so back squat, front squat, Zercher squats, presses, overhead press, bench press, floor press, even presses with dumbbells. Rows with either dumbbells or a barbell, and lunges, split squats, Bulgarian split squats, you name it. All of these basic strength movements will work really well if you train them often and you train them heavy. Having a program that encompasses all of these movements in a balanced way is going to mean you're going to get stronger and you're going to avoid creating muscle imbalances, which then lead to injuries. The second point, what are your goals in relation to the goals of the gym? If you're training alongside other people who are not too fussed with getting stronger and they have no aspiration of doing competitions, that's fine, but you have to understand that the programming is more likely going to suit their goals than it is to suit a few people who want to push beyond that and get stronger and even start doing competitions. Now, this might feel like you're going against the grain if you start doing your own thing, but again, you have to realize that you're doing things that are in the best interest for your goals, that are right for you. Don't get caught up on following the herd and giving up on your goals because you're scared of judgment from others. You want to look back in 12 months' time and say, I made the right decisions, instead of regretting it, having made no progress at all and being in the same spot with the same problems. And the third point, another great way to increase your strength is to add strongman training into your routine. I used to use this type of training back when I did CrossFit and I saw some awesome results from doing that. I now solely use that training myself, but I still use this type of training with my clients to help them improve their CrossFit performance. The best thing about this training is it helps you get really strong, it builds muscle, gets you conditioned and burns fat all at the same time. It's really efficient. Just like with your strength lifts, stick to the basics, sled dragging, pressing, pulling movements, anything where you're carrying. These things are going to serve you well. If you want some more ideas on how to actually incorporate this, how to structure it into a plan, check out some of my other videos by clicking up here to see how to actually go about doing that. At the end of the day, you have to weigh up whether your gym is actually getting you towards your goals or is it just a nice to have place to train. If you have goals of getting stronger to do competitions, or you just simply want to keep improving, then you may need to make some changes to your training routine or your training environment. I went through a very similar situation a few years ago back when I did CrossFit. I wanted to focus on gaining strength to become more competitive, and eventually I actually came to the realization that I didn't want to do CrossFit at all anymore. And so I pursued strongman training after I saw the benefits that it added to my program as I was adding it in on the side when I was still doing CrossFit. This type of training encompassed all the things that I loved about CrossFit, but with more of an emphasis on actually getting stronger, and it had less of the things that I didn't really enjoy. However, that was my experience. Your experience might be different, and ultimately the decision rests with you. If you're currently in this dilemma and you're not sure about which way you should go or what sports you should pursue, or you just need some help with a program that's going to get you stronger, faster, and improve your performance as a whole, my program, the 10x Strength Project, can help you. I help aspiring strength athletes just like you 10x their strength and build a physique that actually looks the part. If you're interested in finding out more about this, just click on the link down below this video. If you found this video helpful and you got something out of it, do me a favor and like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel so that you stay up to date with content like this that I'm going to be releasing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.